Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Michael McCarville. This is episode 124. So in this episode of our ongoing series, we're gonna test out. I would say test out, but actually it's more like play with the Vetero solutions from Best Trains. So it comes in these funky glass bottles, which are really cool. 200 milliliters. It's got some instructions on the back, like um, shake well, although I don't see any sediment in any of these bottles. I kind of was curious about that. For use on wood, cardstock, paper, plastic, hydrocal, etc. Um, all the safety stuff, don't drink, don't put in your eyes. Clean brushes with soap and water. Since it's alcohol based, you can probably clean it up with alcohol. And that's probably what I'm going to do. So it says solutions can be combined or layered to create additional colors. So there's six here. We could have lots of different combinations, but I'm going to go ahead and test this with progressively, um, uh, additional layers. So we'll do like one layer, see what it looks like, see what it looks like on basswood. And if you guys want to test on some of the other materials, go for it. But that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get over to the bench and let's try it out, and then we will take a look at the final product when we're done. Okay, guys, real quick, we're going to go through and just quickly stain one coat of each of these pieces of basswood. Just do a normal coat. The first one is medium cherry brown. Just cleaning our brush, make sure that we don't have any color left in it with just isopropyl alcohol. All right, that's the first one. Now it's going to be darker than when it dries, so it will therefore lighten up. All right, this is aged barnwood, kind of a gray. It's got a little bit of a bluish tinge to it, but again, that's going to dry, and it's going to be a little lighter color. Which I'm really curious to see what that one looks like, because I can think of lots and lots of uses for that one. The next one is murky brown. Let's do this. This is a much darker brown. It's got a dark brown color. It's definitely still brown, and you can see it from the liquid when you take it out of the bottle, how dark it is. Clean our brush. A couple of times. I want to see no color whatsoever when I clean it. All right. Next color is light amber. Now that's the description I can come up with for light amber. Is it's almost exactly the same color as maple syrup. When I looked at it, I went, "Oh, I'm hungry for pancakes now." So this would be a really good color for like interior where there's not any aging or weathering. So you don't just get plain boring basswood color. I like that color a lot. I can see me using that a lot on interiors of, like the walls of stores and general stores and stuff. Not necessarily industrial structures like lumber mills or anything. Okay, next color is raw umber. This color is a lot like I don't know how to describe this one. It's like a lumber that's maybe not really been weathered that much. does have a nice wood tone to it, almost kind of a pine. And don't forget, these are all alcohol-based solutions, and it says made for use on wood, cardstock, paper, plastic, plaster, hydrocal, etc. Shake well. Dry between applications when creating darker shades, which we're going to do. And solutions can be combined to create additional colors. Two of my bottles that I got were fairly tight, so I had to go get a pair of pliers. If you have to do that, be really careful as you are opening the bottle. If you are using pliers, these are glass bottles, so you don't want anything to break in your hands. That can be a nasty little surprise. So this is burnt sienna. Okay, so that's one coat of each of these stains. Once again, it's a medium cherry brown, aged barnwood, murky brown, light amber, raw umber, and burnt sienna. So I'll go ahead and let these completely dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and stain half of this board with a second coat so you can see what it looks like as we go through and paint and stain a second coat on each of these. So if you were to want to darken it further on the, for example, the murky brown, you would go through and stain it twice. Don't forget you can mix all these too, so there's a whole lot of variety that we can do. So let me go ahead and do that, and we'll take a shot at what we have. Okay, after hitting these with two coats, I decided to continue on because they're fairly thin washes. So as you go through, you can see you have a lot more control over the exact shade that you're looking at. So I decided to go with 4 coats, and obviously you can go on as many coats as you think you need. So this is, again, medium cherry brown, aged barnwood, murky brown, light amber, raw umber, and burnt sienna. So let's go ahead and look at each one of these individually so you get a little bit better close-up shot. But what you can see right now is there is very faint layers on here as each additional layer of the solution gets laid down on top of the basswood. Now this is just regular basswood that you can pick up in generic hobby stores in the basswood rack, and that's all I got. So that's the material we're looking at. If you use a different type of material, a denser wood or a lighter wood, or a wood that has a little bit of tone in it, especially dark stuff like walnut and things like that, all of these colors are going to be completely different. But this is what it looks like on basswood, since I figured that was probably what most people are going to use it. So let's take a quick look at every single one close up, and then we will wrap this up. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Once again, I want to thank Brian from Best Trains for allowing me to feature this. And until next time, stay well. Keep an eye out for these because they're probably going to end up real soon on one of my structures. And stay well. Happy modeling. See you guys.